Mandy, this is going to be the waterfall braid.
This is the new waterfall braid that you're seeing everywhere, especially for Bridal Juice magazine. It's a very simple braid that goes around the head and it adds still some fullness to the length of your hair. So we're going to start at the top corner here where it's actually going to work all the way around Christina's head to the lower right ear. So we're going to start up again with a 3-strand braid, starting with a little bit smaller of a section. And we do want to leave some of this hair out in the front for styling purposes. So we start with 3 strands again, just starting off with French braid as normal. But then that top strand that we had crossed over is actually going to drop out. And I'm going to have Christina hold that. It's usually a little bit better if you can have someone hold the strands that you drop out for you to make it a little bit tighter. They can be left loose, but sometimes the braid might be a little loose throughout the day and not last as long if it's not as tight. So then as you're working, you're going to have 2 strands primarily the most of the time, and you're grabbing hair and adding it to that top strand to create 1 strand. That's going to cross over your lower strand, and I just pinch those together to hold them in place, and you're going to grab hair from the bottom that's going to cross over and be your new bottom strand. And that one drops out. So now you have your 2 strands again, adding hair from the top, adding it to that top strand, crossing those over and pinching them just to hold it in place, grabbing hair from the bottom and crossing it over top that top strand that you're going to drop out. And again with this braid, if you get a little bit messy of a section, don't be too perfect about it. When the sections are a little bit messy, it adds a little bit more style to your braid.
Mandy, do you recommend putting any product in there before you start? Or?
It is great to work with some product, especially if you have finer hair. In Christina's hair, I believe we have a sea salt spray in there to kind of help add some texture and some grip to her hair. Also some hairspray can kind of help to dirty it up. You don't want it to be too soft and too silky, or else your braid is going to fall out from the hair being too soft.
Right.
So you usually want some styling product in there to help you. I love sea salt sprays. They're great to add some texture to any hair type and add grip for it to last. So as you're working around the head, I'm just dropping the braid a little bit lower. But when I'm adding hair to this top section, my section that I'm adding is actually starting from the top all the way down to that braid. So it's a large section of hair that I'm adding. Then that's going to cross over and drop out, but that way it keeps your braid consistent from top to bottom. And I'm going to drop that out, and then these I'm just going to kind of twist them so I have something for the bobby pins to grip to. And there's different ways you can finish off this braid. Some people have even gone through and completed it with a little small braid that comes down the strand here, because a lot of people are, doing smaller braids throughout their hair these days, and so you can kind of finish it off with that little tiny braid in the front. But I just secure these with bobby pins, and then you can drop all this out so you still have all this hair to play with here. But to finish the look for the front, I'm just going to twist some of this hair back. If you want to do it for like an evening date or for a bride or for a bridesmaid, you can secure a little flower right there to kind of complete your look, so that from the front you have a little floral decor. Great.